Have you ever felt unloved and unappreciated in your relationship? As in, you feel that no matter what you do, you are invisible. My dear, if this is you right now, you are not alone. In this video, I want to talk about why you are feeling this way and what you can do if you are feeling this way. I understand it perfectly. There are a lot of men who are going through this thing, and sometimes at a point in life, I also feel that way, as human as we are. So if this is you, please stick with me. Let's have a chat from woman to woman. Let's just have a discussion, okay? Hi beautiful people, my name is Nyami and this is my YouTube channel. On this channel, we thrive into deep relationship issues. If you are single, engaged, married, you should stick to this channel because we learn a lot. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to my channel and click on the notification button so that whenever I post a video, you will not miss it. Let's get right into it. So my dear, let's talk about how you feel. It is okay to feel unloved. It is okay to feel unappreciated when your emotional needs are not met. You are not being too needy. You are not requesting too much. I know you have an emotional tank, and mostly we want that emotional tank to be filled, but our men are not seeing that way. Sometimes they feel that, oh, in a relationship, I'm providing everything for you, but I married you. If I didn't love you, why would I marry you? I married you, I'm providing for you. So what is your problem now? And they don't tend to understand us. And I want to tell you that I really understand you because I'm a woman and I also feel that way sometimes. So it is okay to feel that way. Don't ignore it. Don't think, am I asking too much? Is there something wrong with me? Am I being too needy? No, you are not. It is normal, especially when you feel that there's something that should be done in the relationship that is not done. And mostly when it happens that way, that is how you are going to feel. So what you have to do is that you have to explore possible reasons. There are many reasons why you might be feeling that way. One of them might be communication breakdown. Maybe you want your man to do something for you, but you are not communicating. He's not even aware that that is the problem. And I think that is one thing that we normally do. And I was expecting him to do this. Didn't he know that he was supposed to call me? Doesn't he know that he should make time for me? Doesn't he know that he should tell me he loves me? Doesn't he know that he should help me with the household chores? And so we think that they should know, but men are not mind readers. And so if you don't communicate with him, he would not. Also know that there are different love languages. I was having a discussion with a lady and she said that her husband thinks that love is only about giving her money and that is it. And I said yes. To him, that is how, especially our Ghanaian men who are very traditional, who saw their fathers not even making time for their mothers, that thing really transcends into marriage. That is why I say that like father, like son, like mother, like daughter, it's not a myth when it comes to relationships and marriages. So the way he saw his father marry his mother might be the same way that he would want to marry you. So my dear, if you want him to do something for you, communicate to him. Tell him, babes, sweetheart, darling, I know you love me. I know you do this, you do that, you do that. But I think, or I also would be happy if you could do this or do that for me. If you don't communicate, he wouldn't know. And so please stop the assumption. The next thing is that sometimes there's emotional disconnection, especially when it comes to life. You see how when sometimes you are in that time of the month, you don't even feel like talking. You are not in the mood. Sometimes that is how it is. To the extent that when even their favorite European team gets scored in the Champions League, there is an emotional disconnection. He doesn't feel like talking. He doesn't. And as human as we are, you see this marriage, it's feeling that when you don't hear from him, you can't stay. When life starts lifing, when the case starts coming in, when financial stress starts coming in, it disconnects you emotionally. And it's something that happens. So you might be feeling you are not loved because there is an emotional disconnection somewhere. That is why as couples, you should be intentional to always do things to spice up your relationship and to spice up your marriage. And then there might be some unmet expectations. Mostly when we are going to relationships and marriages, we go with a long list of expectations. Sometimes what we see in the movies, sometimes what we see our friends' husbands or our friends, boyfriends doing for them. We want to bring that into our relationships and into our marriages. And so if our partners do not meet that expectation, we feel we are not loved, we feel we are not appreciated, we feel they are not showing us gratitude, or we are even unnoticed. And so when some of these things happen, sometimes it makes you feel disconnected. Remember that this does not mean that your partner doesn't love you. It just means that there is room for growth and there is room for improvement. So let's look at some practical things that we can do to address this issue. The first thing is self-reflection. Ask yourself, why do I feel this way? Am I having any expectation? Is there something I want him to do for me that he's not doing? Sit down and ask yourself. Then the next thing is that you ask yourself, have I communicated to him properly? It's not about nagging. It's not about criticism. It's about communication. Have I communicated to him properly? And communication means that you telling him what you expect and listening to him why he has not been able to do that or fulfill that emotional need for you. So you communicate. Sometimes identify your own needs is the first step to finding a solution. Then the second thing is that open communication. Use the I statement to express yourself. Instead of attacking him, attack the issue. Instead of saying, you don't love me, you don't care, you don't call me. No, honey, I don't feel loved. I don't feel the connection. I don't feel. So it's about how you feel. Don't attack him. Elsewhere, you would think that you are communicating to him. At the end of the day, you've spoiled everything and you've really fueled the thing, and it's going to be different thing. And then the next thing is that you also have to focus on self-love. One thing that I've realized is that mostly we want to seek a love that we can only give to ourselves from our partners. We are married to men. We are dating guys. We are dating human beings. We are not dating angels. And so no man can make you happy 24/7. No man can make you happy 100%. He will do his part, but you also have to be able to love yourself. And that is where the self-love comes in. You know, when we were in primary school or when we were in secondary school, when we were learning how to write myself, there was a part that you write your hobbies. Because you started a relationship, you've forgotten about your hobbies. Because you married, you've forgotten about the things that made you happy. You should have hobbies. You should know that these are the things that me my husband will go out, he's not coming. I call him, honey, are you okay? He said yes. When are you coming? Okay, I'm out with friends, I'll come. I won't sit in the room anticipating when is he coming. When I have Netflix on my phone, when I have YouTube that I can just go and watch videos to entertain myself. Sweetheart, there are lots of things you can do for yourself. Listening to music, watching movies, going on social media. Value yourself. Make time for yourself. Love yourself. Happy yourself. Your happiness is in your own hands. Happiness should come from within. So learn how to love yourself more. And then you have to set boundaries. Not that you've communicated to him, you've told him you respect him, but he's not ready to meet you halfway. If it is just a relationship, then you have to really ask yourself, is this really what I want? Is this really how I want to go on with? Because there is a saying in my local dialect that meaning that dating is sweeter than marriage. And to say right from the start, this is how things are going to be. You've communicated, you've respected him, you've done everything you are supposed to do, and he's not ready to meet you in the middle. Is this something you can live with for the rest of your life? Can you handle this? If you can't, my dear, then you make a decision for yourself. But if it is marriage, then you come up with coping strategies to know how you can cope, still love yourself, still be the good wife, and still know how to make yourself happy in that marriage. But remember that every relationship has its challenges, but feeling unloved doesn't mean that it is the end. You just have to come up with strategies to make sure that the relationship is working, or you gather the strength and the courage to move out if you have to. But whatever it is, your life is in your hands. Your happiness is in your hands. The decision is in your hands. Aside the fact that he came to propose to you, aside the fact that you are going out with him, you also have a say in the relationship. So try, put in the work. If it's not working and it's just relationship, my dear, sometimes you have to gather the courage to come out. But if you think that you can also do something, do everything that we're speaking about in this video, then I think you should do it. So let me ask you, have you ever felt unloved? Has this ever been you? If you have, what are some of the things you did? Would you like to share it with us in the comment section? I'll be glad to know about it. And if this video really helped you, let me know. Please don't forget to share to your family and friends and subscribe to this channel if you haven't done that. But remember that I love you, but the goal is to love yourself first. Cheers.